Hey, it's Kai. There are some unreal creatures in the world we live in. Some so crazy looking, you would think they were straight from a fairy tale. Keep watching as I show you 9 mysterious creatures found by fishermen. Number 9, One-Eyed Shark. There's tons of stories where a picture is used as proof of something, and yet it is fake, especially when it comes to animals. Like this fisherman from Baja, California, took pictures of a one-eyed shark and posted them around. People immediately started crying out, "This was fake, no way!" Even when pictures of the shark were taken from different angles and seemed to be legit, no one believed it. And then, a few weeks after the first pictures were taken, another set of them featuring the one-eyed shark appeared, and this time, it appeared to have gotten some age on it. So was this truly real? After some investigations by some real reporters, they found out it was indeed a one-eyed shark. But there's a reason it was this way, and it wasn't because it was a new species. Rather, it was a deformed fetus caught from a pregnant bull shark. How the deformation and albino coloring occurred wasn't clear, but it was clear that it was real and rare. One expert said that 50 of these creatures have been documented. And this doesn't just happen to sharks, it can happen to other animals too, depending on various circumstances. Number 8, sea salp. A salp, also called a sea salp and a variety of other names, is a creature that was discovered off the coast of New Zealand. Just on looks alone, this is one of the most unique creatures in the ocean today. The salps are a breed of invertebrate creatures known as plankton tunicate. While the salp is alive, it also doesn't have a brain. Instead, it moves via a system of jet propulsion through the water around it and the contraction of its body. The sea salp's body is completely transparent, allowing anyone who holds it to see the nervous system that controls and guides it through the water. Salps are filter feeders, meaning they go through the waters of their habitat and dine on anything from small particles up to phytoplankton, which they prefer over all. Their life cycles are arguably some of the most unique aspects of these creatures, as they don't take long to grow and be on their own, and yet they start off life as part of chain colonies, which can have hundreds of other salps all connected together. The salps tend to live in the areas of the Southern Ocean, near Antarctica. However, they have been seen in more northern waters, including Washington in the United States. Number 7, Eey Monster. In 2016, a man was walking down the beach of Eey in Auckland, New Zealand, when he found something he didn't expect. A massive creature looking at him on the beach itself, or so he felt. The creature was massive and appeared to be nothing short of a monster, which the locals would soon dub the Eey Monster. But as scientists went towards the monster and started to research it, they found a more simple explanation for what it was: driftwood. But not just wood, obviously, but a large piece of wood that was covered in gooseneck barnacles. If you're curious about why there are so many of these barnacles on this piece of wood, it's because this particular species, known as Lepus anifera, is a barnacle that lives by attaching itself to objects underwater. They do this in massive colonies and then eat by using the tubes that their bodies have to filter feed. The tubes are known as pedunculus, and they can grow up to 31 inches long, which was part of the reason some people felt the barnacle colony was a monster because of the tendrils wiggling around. The irony of the situation is that the massive piece of driftwood only washed up on the beach because there was an earthquake in the area that put it there. And now for number 6. But first, be sure to subscribe if you're new here. Click the notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest videos. Number 6, smoothscape. Maria Lombard was at a beach near her home in New Zealand when she found something strange looking. There was a serpent-like sea creature skeleton washed up on shore. And despite her knowledge of sea creatures, being a veterinarian, she couldn't identify this one because of its weird body type. It was thin and over 2 meters in length, and its head didn't have the usual shape of a skeleton. Not sure what she was looking at, she called in an expert to help her identify it. After sending pictures, the scientist replied that what she found was none other than a New Zealand sea skate, specifically a smooth skate. The skeletal remains she found were the creature's vertebrae and its brain case, and the reason it was so odd was because when the body of a smooth skate breaks down, that's all that remains, making it a creature that truly does not look like what it does in real life when it dies, unlike many creatures of the ocean. The other reason she didn't recognize the creature, smooth skates are known to live in deep waters, usually hovering around 800 meters below sea level. Number 5. Mystery Skull. At a place called Mystery Bay in South Wales, Australia, locals found what they dubbed a skull washed up on the beach in 2017 after some heavy storms in the area. The thing that caught the eyes of most who saw it was not its shape, but rather its composition, as the skull was not hard, but was actually gelatinous. This raised all sorts of questions as to what it was and what creature might possess such a skull. Fisherman Jason Moyse was the first one to comment that the skull was likely something from a shark or a ray, though what species exactly he couldn't tell. The size of the skull wasn't helping either, as it was 25 centimeters long and 12 centimeters wide. Many sharks and rays can have skulls that size at one point in their life or another. Eventually, many scientists got involved in the discussion of what it was and what it belonged to, leading to the conclusion that it was the skull, or at least part of the skull, of a large ray, though the exact species of ray is inconclusive. Number 4. Mystery Carcass. In Rossili Beach in Gower, UK, a woman found the carcass of a creature that appeared to be a crocodile in shape, except there weren't crocodiles in the area. Others thought it was a dolphin or a whale, but that wasn't a clear answer due to the rate of decomposition in the creature when found. National Trust Area Ranger Mark Hipkin collected the remains of the creature and, based on his own findings, believed that it was a porpoise that washed on the beach. We all have porpoises washing up quite regularly, as well as dolphins and seals, and sometimes sheep, he said. The creature was over 5 feet in length, and its long head was the reason many felt it was either a dolphin or a whale. Number 3. Sea Monster Carcass. In 2013, on a New Zealand beach known as Bay of Plenty, a carcass of a sea monster appeared. Many believed this was a sea monster due to the fact that it was kind of scary in appearance thanks to its decomposed state, as well as having massive teeth that were revealed to everyone who looked at it. The creature was 30 feet in length, and there are only a few sets of aquatic life that we know of that could grow to that length. There were over a dozen very long and very sharp teeth in the mouth, which seemed to point that this creature was a powerful predator of some type, further throwing fuel for the sea monster theory that many believed. Eventually, the mystery of the creature's identity was revealed by marine mammal expert Anton van Helden, who, after examining the fin of the decomposed creature, affirmed that it was just a killer whale. This lines up with the size factor, as killer whales are on average about 26 feet in length, but have been known to grow larger at times. What's more, the killer whale has very sharp teeth, as they use them to hunt things like seals and have even been known to take bites out of sharks. The only mystery that wasn't solved was how the killer whale washed up onto the beach. Number 2. The tail of the frogfish. Found off the Bay of Islands in New Zealand, a mysterious 2-legged black creature appeared to 2 holidaymakers, Claudia House and James Buvnik. The creature had 2 legs, but also the body of a fish, leaving them stumped as to what exactly they were looking at. Curious, they took the frogfish and gave it to the local museum to see if they could identify it. Sure enough, experts said that it was a very rare version of a frogfish, though what specific kind was undetermined at the time. Frogfish embody both a frog and a fish via evolution, including having 2 feet like a frog, but then evolving their back fin so that they can live in the oceans and move more easily. Interestingly, the frogfish has the fastest bite of any vertebrate animal, able to shut its mouth with the speed of a high-powered bullet. Can you imagine getting bit by a cute little frog? Eventually, the fish was labeled as a striped frogfish. Number 1. Coelacanth. No fisherman ever expects to catch an extinct animal, especially 65 million years extinct, but that's what happened when the coelacanth was discovered by a fisherman off the coast of Africa. This fish was created during the Cretaceous period, back when dinosaurs ruled the earth, and by the time the modern age arrived, it was assumed that this creature was extinct, especially when fossils of the creature were found, and no other fish in the water that we know of looked like it. Then, in 1938, a marine biologist found this supposedly extinct fish while skimming through a fisherman's hull. And not only was it a coelacanth, it looked exactly like the fossils that were found of its kind. The question now is, how did it stay hidden for so long? There are a lot of places to hide in the ocean, and the coelacanth is thought to live in deep waters, which makes it incredible that it was caught at all. Eventually, another species of coelacanth was found in Indonesia, further proving that the species was, in fact, not extinct, but alive and well. Thanks for watching. What did you think of these mysterious creatures? What else remains in the depths of the ocean? Let me know in the comments below and be sure to subscribe. I'll see you next time.